Hi guys, welcome to another another reading vlog. I'm starting it on a Tuesday night. It's 8:15 in the evening. I've had a stressful day at work, so yeah, that's lovely. But anyway, let's start the week positively. I don't know how that's gonna go. What is the best thing to get over a stressful day? To buy a book. I got a book. I don't know how to pronounce that. The Tattooist of Auschwitz by Heather Morris. I've heard some things about it, saying that it's really good, and all of a sudden, yesterday I added it to my wish list, and today I went to Sainsbury's, which is a supermarket, if you didn't know. And it was there, so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna get it because it was there half price. So I thought I'm gonna get it. I quite like historical fiction, especially the one that's set in the period of World War II. Especially considering it's been 75 years of liberation of Auschwitz. So I thought perfect opportunity to get this book. I don't know when I'm going to get to it, but it was just a nice feeling to get a new book. All I know about this is that it is set, like I said, in the period of World War II, and it is about this tattooist. And I think it's kind of a love story, but obviously in those difficult times, so that's going to be potentially heartbreaking. But I'm kind of ready for it whenever I get to this book. So I just need to add it to my TBR list and everything. And yeah, so I got another historical fiction on my shelf, which I'm pretty pleased with. It's nice from time to time to get a new book. And especially on a stressful day, I think that's my best pick-me-up thing, to get a new book. So yes, my choice for today. And also, I've not read a lot since I last updated you, but I've made significant progress in Under My Hat. My hat. So I think I've got like 3 short stories left. Yeah, I've got 3 short stories left. One of them is 40-ish pages long, so it is the longest, and the other 2 would be like 20 pages long. So if I try really hard, I could finish it by the end of the week, by the end of the month, which is Friday. I don't know if that's going to be possible. I'm not going to be forcing myself. If I finish in February, that's fine. But yeah, I don't know if I will be in the mood to read anything tonight before going to bed. Most likely. But I don't know what it's going to be. Because honestly, when I'm stressed at work, when I've had a long day at work, I've had a 12-hour day at work without any lunch break or anything, which I'm not personally happy with, to be doing overtime when I'm not willing to do overtime. I don't know how other people feel about it, but it wasn't the only problem, but I'm not going to go into detail about that. But still, when I've had a stressful day at work, that's literally all I can think about, work, and it's not good. I don't want that kind of life, but at the same time I just can't get my mind off of work. So I don't know what I'll be reading tonight, if I'll be reading tonight at all. So yeah, we'll see. But I'm really happy that I got a new book. I got a new baby on my shelf. Isn't that exciting? Hi guys, it is Thursday today, the 30th of January. Today was a little bit stressful day for me because I had a dentist appointment and I had a filling being redone. So after that I had to go to a bookshop and buy a book. I went to W.H. Smith first, but they somehow didn't have a lot of books, so then I went to a local bookshop. That's where I found a book. So I got a few bits and pieces. Let's start with the book, shall we? So the book that I got was Before the Coffee Gets Cold by... Now, my Japanese pronunciation is not good, but I'll try. Toshikazu Kawaguchi? Sorry if that's really wrong, but it has been on my wish list. It is a very short book, obviously translated from Japanese, and this one is about a cafe in which people are able to go back in the past, but before the coffee gets cold, so they only have a limited amount of time and they can only choose to go once, I think. It sounds really cute and interesting, and I like the cover of it, and I've been interested in reading more of the translated fiction, so I'm really excited for this one. It just sounds cozy. Then I also got some pencils because I do like doing my colouring in books, and these colours look really nice. And then I also got some colourful pens as well, because I like using them in my book diary. And also another thing that I never planned to buy is a Sherlock Holmes based board game. I've not ever seen it before, but there are 75 cases in it, and it just sounds interesting. I will have to play it with my husband or maybe somebody else at some point. So yeah, that means that for the past 2 or 3 days I got 2 books that I wasn't planning to. In my defense, this one is a really short one, and I had a stressful day. I had to buy a book, alright? That's my excuse. And it is really, really short. It's like just over 200 pages. So that's perfect, and I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I'll read it soon and enjoy it. So yeah, it's nice to get books from time to time, isn't it? Now I'm about to have my bath. Today I created something new on a piano, which I'm really happy with. It consists mostly of black keys, which I struggle with, my fingers and all that kind of thing. But this time it seems to have worked okay, and I'm quite happy with what I've done. Now I'm going to have my bath whilst listening to potentially the 5th album by Muse, because I'm going to give them more of a chance again. I like their earlier albums, but the latest ones, I've listened to 4. My 5th one was the 4th one wasn't my favourite, but I'm going to listen to the 5th one and see if that one will redeem itself. I don't know. Anyway, I'm about to go have my bath, so I'd better prepare some candles, a drink, and whatever else I need, and I will most likely update you maybe tomorrow, maybe someone. Never mind. Bye! Hi guys, it is Friday today, the 1st of February. I got a couple of updates to tell you. First of all, I am home for my lunch today, which is why I'm filming in the daylight finally. Today's not going badly, which is good. Did I say it's Saturday or Friday? It is Saturday today, not Friday. Saturday the 1st of February. So yeah, first of all, I finished a book, and I finished Little Book of Positivity by Lucy Lane. As you can see, there are a few things again that I sort of highlighted for myself to look through them at whenever point I feel like I need something. These books are really cute and good, and obviously they're quite they're easy to read is what I'm trying to say, and they could be quite helpful, and even reading them lifts my mood, because it's like self-care, as in, well yeah, self-care book I suppose. Self-care is important, so cute. Really enjoyed it. Oh, I need to write it down that I actually finished it on the last day of January. Forgotten to do that. Need to do that before I go back to work. And another thing, I went to Sainsbury's on my lunch break to get some sushi again. I had sushi for my lunch again, which was lovely. And I spotted a book that just sounded really interesting to me. And that is The Telephone Box Library by Rachel Lucas. I love the cover of this one, and it just sounds really cute and interesting. I think I like books like this. Sometimes I get disappointed in those, but most of the time sounds good, especially like this little thing here. It says books, wine, secrets. You'll find them all at the Telephone Box Library. The cover is really, really pretty. I like how it's like villagey sort of thing, and obviously a telephone box library sounds really good to me. So let's read the blurb, shall we? The Cotswolds, the perfect retreat for a stressed out teacher, and Lucy has found just the right cottage for a bargain rent. All she had to do is keep an eye on Bunty, her extremely feisty 90-something neighbour. With her West Highland Terrier Hamish at her side, Lucy plans to relax and read up on the women of nearby Bletchley Park. But the villagers of Little Modley have other ideas, and she finds herself caught up in the campaign to turn a dilapidated telephone box into a volunteer-run library. Along the way, she makes friends with treehouse designer Sam and finds herself falling for the charms of village life. And it seems Bunty has a special connection to Bletchley and the telephone box, one that she's kept secret for decades. So it sounds like it could be a bit of historical fiction as well as things that are set in the present time. I think I've not looked through it. I don't know, but it sounds like it, and I'm really excited to start reading it at some point. I don't know when, and I really, really like the cover. It's so pretty. So yeah, for the past few days I just got 3 books, so that's fun. But yeah, I'm really excited, and buying books honestly makes me happy. So yeah, got myself another book. Yay! Anyway, that's it for today. I'll probably update you at some point, whenever, maybe tomorrow. Bye! Hi guys, it is Monday today, the 3rd of February, I think. I think I've not updated you for a very long time, but today I just finished a book. I finally finished Under My Hat, The Tales from the Cauldron, which is a short story collection about witches that I started in 2019 in October and just finished it in February. Definitely I can say that the story's gone a lot more interesting towards the end of the book, because at the beginning and halfway through I just was not enjoying it. I put it down so many times. I'm not a great lover of short story collections in the first place, but this one, some of the stories just definitely did not enjoy at all, but some of them were really good. So the ones that I liked Stray Magic by Diana Pettifrund. I can't even remember the other ones. I'm reading the names, but I can't remember what they were about. I think I liked The Carved Forest by Tim Pratt. That one was a good one. Then I liked potentially The Stone Witch by Isabel Carmody. I can't remember exactly what it was about, but I think I liked that one. I did enjoy Anderson's Witch by Jane Yolen. Then B is for Bigfoot by Jim Butcher. That one was a good one too. And then Great Grandmother in the Cellar by Peter S. Beagle. That one was a really fascinating and interesting one, more unusual than any of the others. But in general, I'm giving this book 2.5 stars. I don't know if I want to come back to Goodreads and officially rate it, but in my diary it is 2.5. I'm actually considering coming back to Goodreads, because as I'm back to the booktube community, I might as well be back on Goodreads. And also another update that I wanted to tell you is I started another book. I think I did mention it to you that I actually got it. Before the Coffee Gets Cold, I have started this book, and I'm on page 66. This one, I don't know if I explained the plot of this book at all, but in this one, there is a cafe in which people are allowed to go to the past. There are a few rules, and one of them is that you have to come back before the coffee gets cold, and you can't really change the present, so you can only go back for a specific period of time, and you can't change the present. But still, what would you do if you had to come back? We've got 4 different stories in here. It is like one book. The plot is related to each other. They're the same characters, but they're like 4 different parts about 4 different people. I've read the first one and started the second one. It is interesting so far. It is Japanese literature, as you can see, Japanese bestseller. I don't have a lot to say about it. The thing that I can say for sure is that I'm glad there's no foul language. I'm glad there's no swearing words, because usually when you read adult contemporary, there's always swearing, always that kind of language that I'm not a fan of in literature. If I want to read a book, I don't want to read swear words, because there are so many of them in real life that you want to just have something different. And this one doesn't have any swear words, and it is very atmospheric, I would say. Every time I read it, I'm transported in that little cafe. And what I like as well is that the first kind of story took 50 odd pages, and you would have thought it's not enough to connect with the characters, there's not enough to find out about the story. But actually, it was plenty enough. Maybe the font does help, that it is kind of small. Look at the bookmark that I'm using as well. Isn't that just convenient? The font is a small one, but the book itself is really small as well. So there's plenty for the story to go around. The things that how the cafe works was explained in the first part, and the first part was called The Lovers, so it was about a girl and a guy who were about to break up because he was leaving to go to America. But yeah, that's how what she would do when she came back to the past and how that would affect her now. So that was interesting. The next one is going to be part that's called Husband and Wife. I've not gone far, I've not met them yet, but I think also in this book there's like a story going on with the main characters in the book. So not just the people who go to the cafe to come back to the past and do whatever they have to do, but also there is, I think, a story related to the main characters, to the waitress and the people who work there, and one regular that comes to the coffee shop all the time, the cafe, not coffee shop. And it is really cozy. This book, I feel like, is really cozy. Every time I read it, coffee is mentioned in there, and I really want to drink coffee. So I find the cover really, really pretty and cute. So that's going to be my next main focus for the next few days, I hope. So yeah, looking forward to continue reading with that one. I've not touched the binding. I don't know what it is. I'm not in the mood for it. It is an interesting book. Not to say I'm not enjoying it, but for some reason I kind of just don't want to read it, so I'm just reading anything else. I do need to come back to my non-fiction as well and read that one at some point, but it hasn't happened yet. I think I've read a couple of more chapters from Harry Potter from the last time I told you, and obviously it is a reread, so it's not like it's going to change anything in my reading anyway. It's going to be a slow process. But yeah, anyway, that's it for today. I will update you at some point whenever I've got anything else to say. Maybe next time I'll update you will be when I finish before the coffee gets cold, but we'll see. Anyways, bye. Hi guys, it is Thursday today, the 6th of February. I've had my half day, which I'm really, really happy about. Today I felt like, do you know, it's one of those days that you've been struggling at work and can't wait to get home. That's how I felt yesterday and today, so pleased that I have a half day. I'm gonna have my sushi again for lunch, but I've got actually a reading update, a great reading update. I finished a book. As you can see, it is Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshi Kawaguchi. Still don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry about that. I cried in this book 3 times. I cried in 3 stories. The third one, which was called I forgot. Embarrassing. The Sisters. That one. Oh, it nearly broke my heart. I nearly was properly sobbing in the book. I never really cry in books all that much, or kind of, I can share a tear, but like almost proper sobbing, it doesn't really happen to me, but this book did it. It was sad and it deals with some dark topics. It is very sad at times, but beautiful at the same time, and I feel like this author has a way of describing some things that if he wants you to cry, he makes you cry. Like there's specific I don't know oh my god, there are specific lines in this book that make me cry. Not the actual situation, but the way the author, or in this case I suppose translator, wrote the sentence, that just how the way he or she phrased it was beautiful yet sad, and it honestly made me cry. But this was beautiful. I think I'm gonna rate it 4.5 stars, maybe 5 stars, depending on how I feel later, because usually most of the time I sort of change my ratings when the time goes. But I think this is gonna be one of my favorite books of the year. It was beautiful, really sad, but beautiful. Really, really loved it. And the cover is really pretty. I don't know if I'll be rereading it at some point or not, but it was amazing, beautiful, and it's quite a short book. So yeah, really beautiful. So for today, my focus, and for today and from now on, because I wanted a few books as well. Yeah. But my next focus is going to be the binding, because I need to get on with this book. I'm still on page 109, so I need to just read it, because I was enjoying it. I don't know why, I just needed to stop and read something else. It makes no sense considering I was enjoying the book. So hopefully I can get some of done today, because that's the plan today. I've got quite a nice plan for today. Now I'm gonna have my lunch and watch some booktube, and then I'm gonna read the book whilst it's still daylight for an hour or however long. Then I'm gonna watch a piano lesson. Then I'm gonna try and play piano, make some dinner, which is gonna be a stir fry, so it's gonna be literally really easy. And then I'm gonna have a bath in the evening. Not sure what I'll be listening to yet. I might listen to another Muse album, or try a completely different band or artist or something. We'll see. But also, I got another book. I know it's ridiculous how many books I bought recently, but I got The Untold Lives of the Woman Killed by Jack the Ripper. This is a non-fiction book by Hallie Rubenhold. I've seen this book first on Jean Bookish Thoughts channel, and I thought that sounded really interesting, because also, apart from the stories of these women that were killed by Jack the Ripper, it also gives you the insight of how it actually was, like more history details about how things were at that period of time. And I'm quite interested in that, considering it's a non-fiction book. I think I'm going to really enjoy it, well, as much as you can enjoy a thing like this. But yes, and apparently it's won some award, so that sounds good. I don't know when I'll get to it, but I'm excited for this one. I don't expect to read it quickly, especially considering I'm already kind of reading a non-fiction book. I've not touched it since I've told you last time, which was a few days ago. But this one sounds really good, and I'm really interested in this one. So yeah, another addition to my collection. And like I said, I ordered 2 books from Waterstones. I'm gonna show them to you when I have them. I'm gonna receive one tomorrow, and then the other one whenever. But yeah, exciting times. I'm excited. So yeah, I'll update you at some point later. Bye. Hi guys, it is Friday today, the 7th of February, I think. If the light is a bit off, that's because the sun is literally there, and I don't know how it's gonna look, but never mind. I'm on my lunch break now. I'm really happy today because, first of all, I received the 2 books that I got, that I ordered. That made no sense. And also, I got 2 of the books for review from a company whose name I've forgotten, but I will tell you at some point when I look through my emails. I just haven't got time to look through the email right now because I'm on my lunch break, but I'm gonna open them now. I'm gonna start with the ones that I have ordered. I think I'll have to make a proper book haul at some point. So excited! No idea how exciting is that. So I'm opening this first one, which is a Finnish one. I know what it is, what's in there. Oh yes, beautiful. Oh, it's one of those books that doesn't have a dust jacket. Oh my god, I love them. The ones that don't have a dust jacket and just have a printed cover on the actual book. Love it. As you can see, it is The Traveling Cat Chronicles by Hiro Arikawa. I'm sorry if I said that completely incorrectly. But considering how much... Oh, there's a bookmark. Considering how much... Is it like a ribbon bookmark? Oh, wow. I'm trying to say, considering how much I actually... There's a cat. Right, considering how much I enjoyed the other Japanese book, I understand that their Japanese books are different from each other, but I like the feeling of that, so I thought maybe I'd enjoy this one as well. Plus it does sound really cute. Oh my god, I like this a lot. So yeah, and this one, as far as I'm aware, there's basically a character who's going on a road trip to different places, I'm assuming, and he's got, or she's got their cat with them, and I think it's like from a perspective of a cat. I could be completely wrong on that one, but I've heard great things about it, so I'm looking forward to that one. And then book number 2, which is a little bit thicker. This one was just released yesterday, I think. So, oh yes, it's beautiful. It is The Foundling by Stacey, which is the same author by The Familiars. I love the cover of this book a lot, and as you can see, it's signed by the author. Whoa. There it is, signature. And whoa, pretty on the inside as well. My god, this is beautiful. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this at some point. And it's pretty on the back as well. Doesn't the author just remind you of Lena Lovegood a little bit? She does to me. So yeah, absolutely beautiful. This one is, like I said, the author by, oh my god, this is pretty. The author of The Familiars, and this one again is a historical fiction. This one is set in London 1754. Do you know what? I don't want to know what this book is about. I read the first chapter from this book when I was reading The Familiars, and I really liked it. So I don't really want to know what this one is about. I'll read it. I'll find out when I read it, I suppose. But it's beautiful and hardcover. I love hardcover books. So yeah, 2 pretty books that I ordered for myself. Let's go into the books that I was sent for review. These both have a theme to them. They're both because it's been 75 years of liberation for Auschwitz. So I hope you heard me over ripping the paper. And so I could choose a few books they kind of sent to me. I could choose a few, so I've been sent 2 for review apparently. So the first one is this one, Octavia's Story by Clara Franklin. Obviously it is set in the period of World War II. This one says, this book is not a documentary, it is partially based on a true story of a few women who spent time in the concentration camp. Oh yeah, the publisher and company is called Austin Macaulay, I think. Yes, Austin Macaulay Publishers. I've never really heard of them before, but they've got head offices in London, Cambridge, New York, and I don't know how to pronounce that. Sharjah? I don't know. I'm really sorry about that. I'll just read you the back of the book as I normally do. Octavia is a young mother of 1 with another on the way. She and Jacob, her husband, are a typical Jewish family. One night they are taken to a concentration camp. On the way, she gives birth to her daughter in a dirty cattle train. When the train stops for unknown reasons, Octavia takes drastic action not to kill her own daughter, but to save her life. Does she succeed? The moment she arrives at her allocated barrack, she rallies to the challenge of helping save the life of an inmate's newborn. Through their musical talents, Octavia and a few fellow prisoners have a chance to help themselves and others to survive. Will they take the chance? In the hellish darkness, a flicker of light shines through. Their own prison guard amazingly becomes their guardian angel. She risks her own life many times in order to protect theirs. One of the unsung heroes. Through the long winter evenings, huddling together to keep warm, they started to tell their own life stories, sometimes sad and sometimes happy. To learn about their lives after the hell which they endured, you have to read this book. It will keep you captivated till the last page. It is a little bit bigger than I thought. Oh, I mean, it's only 200 pages. Just over 200 pages, but I'm excited. It is quite a sturdy soft cover, paperback, that's what it's called. Quite sturdy. The paper is quite white. I don't know if that tells you anything about the publishing company. I am so embarrassed that I forgot the name, but oh my god, I'm excited. So yes, the publishing company is Austin Macaulay Publishers. They've got different books, not the ones that you would probably have heard of, which is probably a good thing because we all know what other books there are popular. But yes, it's nice sometimes to get something that you've never heard of before. And then we've got another package. Wow, this one is an interesting cover. This one is called Ghost of the Nightingale by Diana Gorman and Patrick J. Gorman. So this one is, as you can see, a tiny little book. It's only 100 pages, just over 100 pages. So this is tiny thing, but I kind of like the cover. I like the colors of it. When visions come to you through unrelenting dreams, crying to be written, one eventually complies. Hence we have the story of a young man who is to take on the challenge of sharing a life unfinished, a life that has been cut short at a death camp designed for mass murder. It offers the possibility that the darkest part of man can be slayed by the strength and victory of a beautiful spirit. It is both a lesson in history and an offer of hope as our world continues to struggle in the fight of good versus evil. So I'm really excited for these two. So they're both, I suppose, historical fiction you can call them, but this one is sort of based on real life events. But I'm so excited. Thank you very much for the Austin Macaulay, I hope I said that right, company for sending these my way. I think I might have to do a proper book haul with the books that I got recently, because I got quite a few, but I'm really happy about all of them. So yeah, I got 4 pretty books, and most of them are historical fiction. Wow, I think it's my genre this year, but oh my god, I'm so happy. Oh, really happy about everything I got today. So now I'm about to have my food and then go back to work. Also, one little update as well. I read some of the binding yesterday. I finished part 1, and actually the thing that is mentioned in the blurb is happened quite a lot later in the year. In the book. The thing that he finds the book with his name on it happened on like page 160 something. Which is quite a while into the book, and then soon we're going to find out why and what happened exactly. So yeah, I'm excited. I don't think I'll have time to read anything tonight because I've got plans for the evening, but I'm excited to continue when I can anyway, and I'm really happy with all of my books. I'm so happy, especially getting these 2 for a review is amazing. So pleased about everything. So yeah, bye. Hi guys, it is Monday today, but I'm here to close off the vlog as usual because I don't seem to be filming on Sundays. I wanted to let you know that I've done huge progress in the binding, and I'm on part 3 at the moment, page 318. So I've got about 120 pages left, and what I can say for sure, at one point in this book there was animal cruelty included in here. And I don't deal very well with animal cruelty in books or in general in life. It just kills me. It literally breaks my heart quite a bit. So I was not happy that this was even included. When I read it, I wanted to chuck the book away, to just literally throw it away hard as soon as I've read it. The bit that the animal cruelty was included. I can't stand that in books. So after this scene, my interest for the book died even more. And also what I wanted to say as well is that this book is like described as a book about books, right? It's called The Binding. But actually we don't get to see a lot of the actual binding process. So, this book is set in 3 parts. The first part is in which he goes to the binder to become an apprentice, and at some point towards the end of part 1, which is page 160 something, he finds the book with his name on it. So part 2, we go back to the past, and he discovers, not exactly discovers, but it's just like the story which led him to have his book with his name on it. So this second part was the biggest part of the story, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the binding. It is mentioned a couple of times, but for being a huge part of the book, it's got absolutely nothing to do with it. So it turns into a romance more than anything. I mean, it is interesting, it is intriguing, it is slow burning, definitely interesting, but nothing to do with the binding. And I have a feeling that part 3 is not going to be much to do with the binding either. So I'm disappointed with that. And I read a couple of reviews on Goodreads as well that most people felt the same way. What I can say about the writing as well, it is descriptive. It is quite nice, not exactly full or not exactly overly descriptive, but what I didn't like is that there are swear words in here as well. So it's like a combination of descriptive, lovely writing and swear words, which I don't particularly enjoy in books. I think it kind of ruins it for me. So that's a letdown. Plus, I have never, whilst reading the book, been a fan of our main character. I just don't like him. I really don't like him. There are reasons, I think. The way he treats his sister sometimes, I'm not a fan. And just I don't know, I'm not a fan of our main character. If anything, I like his sister more, but not him. So yeah, not a fan. But I've got 120 pages left. I was considering DNFing the book, but I think I'm just gonna power through it. And I've been a good girl. I've not even started any of the other books, so I think I'll start another book after I finish this one, so that will hopefully push me to read books quicker. Because if I'm not enjoying a book as much, but I still want to carry on with it, I'll just have to read it before I get started on a new book. I'm a little bit out of breath. So yeah, finished 2 books for the past 2 weeks and made good progress in this one. But you will find out more about it in my next vlog. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Let me know, as usual, if you've enjoyed any of the books that I mentioned, what you've been up to for the past 2 weeks, and all that kind of thing. So yes, thank you for watching. Bye!